Hey guys, welcome back to another Business of Trucking video. Today we're going to go through the MCS-150 form. Now, if you are an independent owner-operator, have your own authority, motor carrier, this is something that you need to do every other year, so biennially with the FMCSA. The MCS-150 is a form that you file an update basically on the information of your company. It has your company information, the miles you traveled for the previous year, the different kinds of commodities you hauled, the number of pieces of equipment, things like that. It's just some general information. But you are required to do this, and if you do not do it every 2 years, there are some penalties involved. However, I have heard of people forgetting it for a long period of time and nobody ever said anything. But it's always a good idea to stay in compliance so that someday somebody can't come along and say, hey, you're not in compliance. Here's a big fine for you. Now, along those lines, I do mine every year. Every January I do mine. It's on my checklist of things to do for the beginning of the year. And the reason I do that is because just in case one year I happen to forget, I'm covered for the next year. So, you can do this yourself for free if you choose to, online, or you can fill out the form online, print it out, and they have a fax. You can fax it in. You can mail it in. I believe you can email it in also, but I'm not sure. We'll see when we get to the instructions for the form. Now I'm going to file mine in real time here, so you can just follow along and see what's what. I am going to, however, have to blur out some personal information, but you can see how it's going here. And then what you'll need to do this online is when you file for your authority, they will mail you a PIN number in the mail. Always keep that PIN number. I still have mine from back when I filed many years ago, but you can request a new PIN number. There's a section for that on the website here. I'll show you start to finish how to do this. So let me flip the screen around here. We'll go into the website and we'll get started filling out this MCS-150 form. So what I'm going to do here, do a Google search for MCS-150 update, since that's what we're looking to do. Now, first link right here is going to take us right to the FMCSA.gov.dot.gov website. Let's click there. We'll find the pathway to doing this form. So right here, they're going to talk about biennial updates. Let's click right here for filing an MCS-150 form. We go down here to filing options right here. It tells us what we can do. We can complete and file it online. We can scan and upload. We can scan and upload a completed, printed, and signed MCS-150 form to the website. You can fill it out, print and sign a copy and mail it in, or you can fax a signed copy to this number right here. So probably these days do it online, because anything you mail in, fax in, upload is gonna take some time for these people to get to. They are way behind these days. So let's just click on filing the forms online. All right, this is the page we really want right here. This is where we're all going to start. Here's the web address. This is too long for me to read to you, so that's why I showed you the link here. Now, we talked about that PIN number. It says right here, if you do not have your US DOT PIN or need to reset it, please visit our PIN request website right here. And then they will mail you. I think these days they might even email you your PIN number. Used to be they would only do it through US mail. And you can click here to request your PIN. Oh, it says allow 4 to 7 business days to receive your PIN by mail, but I would bet you with the current shutdowns and quarantines and blah, 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 that it's going to take longer than that. But maybe not. Now, if you go right down here to under existing registration updates, the first option here is the one that I want. You can do a bunch of things from this page going forward. You can file for a new authority. You can file for a brokerage authority, a Mexico authority, an MX number, change your name, change your address, request reinstatement, inactivate your authority. But the one we want right here is I need to update my US DOT number registration information on file. And then in parentheses it says here, update your MCS-150. That's what we're looking to do. So I'm going to click right there and hit continue. Okay, then you got to answer this question before you go forward. It says click yes if one of the following applies to you. You need a USDOT PIN number, your PIN number has been compromised, or if you forgot your PIN number. So basically, if you need a new PIN, you click this yes button right here. I'm not going to click on that because I don't need one. I have my PIN. And then it says to file or update online, click file electronically. And that is right here. I'm going to click that. All right. So here we got to enter information. So I have to enter my USDOT number and my PIN. And then you have to enter your EIN number, the name of the company official authorized to complete your forms, and the title. Whatever title you hold yourself, owner, manager, member, El Presidente, whatever you call yourself. And then we'll click on continue. All right, then it'll bring you up to this FMCSA company verification page. Just verify that this is indeed your company that shows up here. And throughout this whole thing, it's important to note, don't use the back buttons on your browser. Use the buttons here in the website. So the company name displayed is correct. I agree with that. I'm going to hit continue. Then make sure you read these instructions closely. Now here you have to choose what kind of carrier you are, or company, if you're a shipper, if you're interstate or intrastate. If you don't know the difference, interstate, I-N-T-E-R, means you cross state lines. Intrastate means you pretty much never leave the state you were in. It's a single state. So if you're over the road, and then you have to, if you meet the hazmat qualifications, then you have to answer these questions here. But for me, I am just an interstate carrier only, so I'm going to select this first box. Here's some definitions over here on the side. Read through them if you have questions, and there's some additional information up here on the top if you have questions. But I am just an interstate carrier only. And then if you haul hazmat, you have to, down here at the bottom, answer these questions here, what kind of hazmat you haul. If you do not haul hazmat, then we can just skip that. Okay, so this is our MCS-150 form. We have to go through this and just make sure all the information is correct. USDOT number, type is a carrier. It'll have your business name, address, phone number. That all is still the same. See, nothing here is going to change for me, so I'm leaving this all the same. There's nothing to update really other than my mileage, basically. So here I want to modify my mileage for the most recent year, which would be 2020 for me, and you round it off to the nearest thousand. So man, I was right on the money almost. I'm going to put 119,000 miles in there, and 2020. Change the year. And then I'm authorized for hire is my operation classification. This is all set up when you form the authority, so if there's no changes, there's not a lot of changes you got to make on this form. And I just checked that I haul general freight because, you know, you can go through here and itemize, but just general freight kind of covers everything here. I don't specialize in one particular thing, so I just leave mine at that. Now, this hazmat classification, if you haul hazmat, you got to go through here and tell them all about it. Select everything that applies to you. Here you get to the part where we talk about your equipment. And since I'm filing this on 2020, I don't have any changes here. Any changes I made didn't start till 2021 here, just recently. So I'm leaving this at one truck and one trailer. I don't have any hazmat cargo tank trailers. I don't have any hazmat tank trucks. So they also want to know if you own them, term lease or trip lease the equipment. I own mine, so leave that there. And then if you're a motor coach or school bus cargo van or passenger van, limousines, that all gets filled out down here. None of that applies to me. So now they want to know about your drivers subject to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. And then you have to categorize them. So we have interstate within a 100-mile radius, interstate beyond 100 miles, intrastate within 100 miles, intrastate beyond 100 miles. So I'm going to be interstate beyond 100 miles. So over here, I have a 1. I'm just going to leave that as a 1. And then total drivers will be 1. And total CDL drivers will be 1. It's all just me. So we are up here. The only really the only thing I changed was my mileage and the mileage year. So then I'm going to hit modify, and there we go. We're all done with the MCS-150 update. It says right here, your updated MCMIS has been received, and we can generate that form right here. There we go. We can print this out for our records, and I do that, and I suggest that everybody do that. Always keep copies of everything for your records. So there you go. It is just that easy to file your MCS-150 update. So I hope that gives you the kind of the confidence to do it. And I can't see paying somebody, upwards of $100 to file this form for you. So take care. If you like videos like this, check out the videos on the screen right now. Check out the links in the description below. Utilize the links for some good discounts, and we will see you next time.